Hello. What's going on? I haven't enjoyed anything, but I'm going to put a few of my snakes and my collections up for auction so that we can help them out. Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree. And I'm going to reach out to a few people that are outside of the community that are at least outside of like our direct community. Some people that others don't like I'm going to reach out to Miguel and, whatnot and just see if there's anything that they feel compelled to do to kind of help out in the situation as well. Because if we can get them on board, then it's the better for everybody involved. Well, I mean, yeah, absolutely. You never know unless you try, right? Ooh, that's no good. You know, Yeah, you know how to set them, right? Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think whenever we do it is good. We just have to make sure that we do it. Hey Tim Lotman, we just have to make sure that we kind of coordinate. I think the best way to do it is to do it outside of like the normal auction, so that it is 100% complete and separate. Yeah, I'm sitting in my chair. I've been live for about 6.5 minutes. Only two people are here, but I don't have the reach that you do, and it's almost 10 o'clock. So no, I've got you on my ear, not on speaker. Awesome. Yeah, we'll coordinate and we'll figure something out and on how to best make it happen. Cool. Awesome. Cool. Bye. All right. I was on the phone with Ed, so sorry about that. I texted him right as I hit the go live button. So there's two of us here, but that's enough. So Timothy, I'm sure you were actually in the live with DEA the other day. That was all about DVL's issue that he's going through right now with his daughter's unexpected passing. What's going on, Ed? So from the time throughout the night, kind of stewing and whatnot. And of course, I made my donation, and donations are greatly accepted. And sharing the videos and sharing on social media is helpful. But I kind of wanted to do a little bit more. But I had to start thinking, like, what could I realistically do? And I came up with the idea of setting up an auction for 100% for DVL, where 100% of all the proceeds would go directly to DVL and his family for the funeral expenses, which I've personally been through. The exact scenario that he is going through, and just to get my brother from Florida back to Utah, it was roughly about $8,000. It's insane how expensive it is to ship a body from one state to another. And so I wanted to do an auction. Now, obviously, I don't have any babies, although I'm hoping this one is going to lay here soon. I don't have any babies, so what can I realistically auction? And the answer to that is these guys. Now, I don't mean that I'm going to auction off my entire collection, but I am going to auction off some. In fact, ZTK, now that you're here, I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you if it's okay if I auction this little baby off, or if you'd rather her stay with me. So I will likely change my breeding plans based off of what I sell, and I still need to go through. I do know that I've got 3 that I'm planning. So I'm definitely, so now that ZTK is approved, I'm definitely going to auction off the albino. I am going to auction off this guy right here, which is a beautiful calico. Go in your home. I've got a normal female that I'm going to auction off. And even though I don't want to, I may auction off this girl. And where's the boy? So I may auction off these 2 as well. Justin, potentially, which is a super Mojave that is 50% het for albino, and a Mojave spider that is 100% het for albino. So that is, if I auction these guys off, they will go as a pair. Yeah, absolutely. I want to go through my entire collection, see what I can live without. I mean, realistically, I could get rid of my entire collection if I needed to. I've got a Yellowbelly male that I'll probably throw up into the auction as well. I was talking with Ed, and we're actually going to coordinate because he's also thinking about doing an auction. So instead of doing multiple auctions, we'll likely do one auction with a few different rules. But I know that I'm going to empty up some of my space within the auction, and 100% of those sales, aside from the shipping, will go directly to DVL. And I urge anybody else, if you need to get a hold, if you have anything, it doesn't matter whether it's a snake or I know Zamora Reptiles has kind of brought up the idea of putting in a snake as well. If you have anything, be it a snake, be it some feeder rats or equipment or anything, if you have it laying around, and it could go in an auction, I urge you to contemplate putting it in an auction. And if you need to get a hold of me for that, my email is hmfic@blackballedreptiles.com. I'll be putting together a list of everything that everybody adds. Ed will also be putting together a list, so you can reach out to him and we'll coordinate an auction together to make sure that we get this done. I know the nitty gritty details of what happened, and it's an issue that I feel very strongly about, which is why if I ultimately end up getting rid of my entire collection, I am 100% okay with that. You're going to put an exotic snake and a custom made pen. That's awesome. Actually, do you know what? Give me a second. I have another one. I just don't know where it's at right this second. So there we go. There's a pen. I'm not 100% sure if this is a Zamora Reptiles one or now it escapes me, the other dude that makes pens, Redstrom. That's who it is. I'm not 100% sure who that comes from. The other one comes from the same person. So there's a couple of more pens for the auction. See, there we go. Zamora pen. I just want to try to do what I can to help raise as much as possible, because I am a huge supporter of the issues that they're going with, and they're going to need a lot of help, not just from us, but from other people in their own communities and family. And let's face it, not everybody agrees that with the whole TGH movement and community and all that sort of stuff. But at the end of it, we're all like-minded individuals. We enjoy reptiles, and in a sense, we're all a little bit of a family, being YouTubers and reptile hobbyists. So Ed, to go along with yours, actually, let's go ahead and do this. Where'd you go? There you are. Quit being so squirmy. Don't be so squirmy. I want to hold you. I want to hold you. So to go along with your exotic snake, I will put this exotic snake up. Indonesian dwarf ground boa. This is a female. Gorgeous female. She will eat rodents just fine, but she will also eat lizards just fine. So that is basically it. We've got a homie in the family that that's going through a rough patch with his immediate family, and we need to kind of step up and do what we can to help him out. So I do need to go through my collection and figure out exactly what I'm going to put up for auction. But I can tell you it's going to be at least five snakes in my auction that's going up, or 5 snakes out of my collection that's going up. Yeah, absolutely, Gay. I mean, hopefully people do catch the live, after I go offline. But if they don't, I know that I'm doing what I can to help DVL and his family out. So I can be happy with myself in that I'm doing everything I possibly can to help a friend in need. And of course, through the auction, PayPal actually at the same email address. Of course, you don't need to use my email address. You can use the GoFundMe link and donate there. But if all you have are funds within PayPal and you don't have a PayPal card, and you want to send it like my way into my PayPal account, which has a 0 balance, then I will then forward that on over to the GoFundMe page with no problem. How much does the Calico weigh? Let us find out. The Calico is 867 grams. You know what? Maybe I'll do this guy too. Maybe I'll do this guy too, which is he is an Enchi 100% Het Pied. The Calico is a male. If you would rather a female, I can put her in the auction as well. So she is also a Calico, obviously much smaller. And realistically, I don't actually have any breeding plans that call for Calico. I got them because they're awesome snakes and I had the money. I do that a lot. I need to quit. So whatever it is, I do have the male will definitely be in there. I'll think about the female. Tim Lotman, if you're interested in the female instead of the male, then I'll gladly put her into the auction as well. But I do just have to go through the entire collection and figure out what I'm willing and capable of putting up, and we'll get this auction set up. And again, if any of you have anything, be it a snake, be it a thermostat, be it a bunch of plastic tubs, I motion that way because I have a bunch of plastic tubs just sitting right there. Not that you can see that. Be it whatever, anything that somebody can use, then I urge you to get in contact with either myself or get in contact with Ed, and we'll kind of get together and set up this charity auction. The one thing that I would like to say, at least as far as I'm concerned, because I will be doing some auctions and sales of my own snakes once I have babies or have clutches. If you're a buyer and you bid and you back out, that's it. I will keep a record of it, and you will never get a snake from Black-balled Reptiles. If you're a buyer or if you're a seller and you back out, if it's not really good circumstances, that's it. You'll never be a part of any auction that I hold again. because I'm not going to stand up for people and look out for people that aren't going to do what they say they're going to do. It's an integrity thing. As far as I'm concerned, putting a snake up for auction or bidding on a snake, it is an implied contract. And as such, you need to follow through on that contract. Right. I mean, I hope so. And I mean, I'm glad that I don't hear about it happening too very often. Every now and then you hear about it and you just want to shake your head and strangle some people, or at least I do, but I'm a little bit violent sometimes. But at least within our community, I don't hear about it too often, but it does happen, and it absolutely needs to stop. This is a charity auction. If you say you're going to sell an item, be it whatever it is, if you say you're going to buy an item, no matter what it is, you damn well better do it. I have no problem putting a video up afterwards and putting the people who faltered on blast, because while I'm a nice guy, I'm not nearly as nice as other people. Exactly, Gay. Exactly. And for that reason, I mean, we do have to assume that there are going to be exigent circumstances on both sides, the buyer and the seller side. There's going to be exigent circumstances. And so for that reason, from the buyer's side, I'm going to keep track of the first, very similar to how IDR actually does their auctions. I'm going to keep track of the first and the second place people, so that if the first person does fall out, then we know that it's still going to have a good chance of being bought and paid for by that second place person, because I want every item that's in the auction to sell. Doesn't have to be high dollar items. It can just be a lot of items. Like, I don't have anything particularly high dollar, but aside from maybe the breeding, that pair that I may let go, I'm still not 100% because I really want to go for the cherry bombs. Nice, very nice. Yeah. So, and I think that's a wise way to handle it, Gay. Doing that first and second place, because you do handle those circumstances where the first place buyer, all of a sudden has an issue, and they can't afford to actually buy the snake, or the item rather. Nice. I am still absolutely loving this guy. Oh, shush, Gambit. You spilled your water all over. We got to change your bedding. I am still absolutely loving this guy, Mr. Gambit. In fact, while you're here, let's get your bedding changed, shall we? I gotta grab a garbage bag real quick. Yeah, he is getting quite big. I don't know exactly how much he weighs. Let's he's 760 grams right now. For those of you that don't know, for TNT and DEA, when they had some issues last year, the wonderful Timothy Lotman here put together an auction of some of the stuff that he had, and one of those items was Gambit, my Yellowbelly right here, and I took part in one Gambit, and he is a proud member of the blackballed family. For him, right off the bat, I don't have anything specific for him. I might pair him with her when she gets a little bit bigger, possibly. She's a pastel lesser. I just kind of have to figure out exactly what I want to do. Honestly, the biggest reason that I bought him is because it was going to help out members of our extended reptile family. I didn't need him. I wasn't looking for a new snake. I wasn't looking for a Yellowbelly, anything like that. But I'm definitely glad that I've got him. Boy. What are we doing? So far, the only thing that I have really paired my pastel lesser is of size, and I put her in with my my fire het clown. So I'll do potentially get some like lesser fireflies, some some pastel fire, et cetera, et cetera. You know everything that I can potentially get from that. Everything will be 50% het for clown. And then what else did I pair? Actually, no, I did pair him this year. He was a little bit bigger. He's lost a little bit of weight. I put him in with my my pastel female. So I put him in with this girl here, Andy. Actually, with the new bedding, I just put him on the paper liners from Ed from CMC, and like I took. Like one of the things that you told me is he didn't do very well with live, but I shit you not, dude. Like he will take live no problem on this paper. I don't know if it's that he's just able to smell it better or what, but he has no problem. Where's another baby? There's another baby. We gotta let the fire het clown eat. Here you go. Hey, your food is right there. Eat it. I got this cute little thing. I stole it from Ed's house. A little blue Dumbo. Yeah, he's. I definitely noticed that on the repta chip, he gave me issues. The day after I put him on this paper, like he ate no problem. But this isn't an endorsement for the papers. I'm still testing it out. I'm not 100% on it. I do have a few issues, but I think it could probably be solved with some different water dishes, which I am going to buy. But I noticed that on the repta chip, like he would eat maybe half of the time, and then the other half of the time I did exactly as you said and just put the rat on his hot spot and left it there. And then for once I put him on the paper, like pretty much every single week he just goes right after it, whether it's live or I do frozen thawed for him, which is nice. So seeing that he's willing to eat at least a little better on this stuff is good. Yeah, we'll keep testing it out, and I'm gonna do, like I bought 100 pieces for this size, 100 pieces for the juvenile size, 100 pieces for the hatchling size, and 100 pieces for the adult female size. So I'm kind of testing it across every single one of these is on the CMC liners. And once I do some tests, some more tests, and I get some new water bowls and see how I do that, I'm going to work that out. Absolutely. Some of these are not mine, or two of these are not mine. One I'm not even going to pick up because she's a firecracker. So you already saw the pastel, and you saw the pastel lesser. This girl will be in the auction. She's just a gorgeous little normal. Mandatory for every breeder. Not expected to be a high dollar item, but she's one that I don't necessarily need. I've got my female firefly. The normal, man, you're just asking me all sorts of questions I don't know off the top of my head. Let's find out. Actually, let's get a different tub rather than the giant one. Not that one. There we go. So she weighs 709 grams. I need to change all of their water because they've all spilled their water bowls. So I need to change all of their liners. So I have the Firefly female. You need your. I've got the Spinner Blast female. You already saw this guy. This is the Mojave spider that's 100% het for albino. This guy actually just shed. This here is male blackhead. Oddly enough, Timothy, I got that Spinner Blast. For like 50 bucks, something like that, off Craigslist. I got a bumblebee at the same time, but he didn't know what he had, and the bumblebee subsequently passed away. I've got this little beauty, which is my Orange Dream female. Oh, and you shed too, didn't you? This here is Shathid. It is spelled, now I pronounce it Shathid, but it is spelled S-H-I-T-H-E-A-D. He just shed as well. I might actually put him in the auction. maybe. Maybe not. But this here is the Spotnose Woma. This one is a female, and I particularly like this one. I've talked about her before. She is a, you know, Kentuckiana. I haven't seen any wobble in the Woma. The only animal that I've seen that really has a wobble is my normal female, which you will see here soon, and my Mojave Spider 100% het for albino male has a little bit of a wobble as well. But this girl here is a vanilla phantom. And I really like this girl because I got a really killer deal on it because she was sold as a Pastavi. This is one of the males that'll be in the auction. So this here is simple Yellowbelly. And he weighs in at 140 grams. This guy here is a Het Pied. Beautiful guy. I do have plans for him. Oh. And we've got that guy there, which is the wonderful, and I have to remember what he is. He's a ZTK snake. I just got him. He is a pastel lesser banana. And then, of course, if you were here at the beginning, you saw this girl, and I actually have two of her. She is an albino that is 50% het for pied, I believe, is what it is. I have to go back through the auction and hang it out. So Kentuckiana, this snake right here is actually going to be in the auction that I'm doing to support DVL. So there you go. And this is her sister. Albino, 50% het for pied. So I'm keeping one of them, and the other one will go into the auction. Of course, you met Rose already. The Super Mojave, 50% het for albino. Yes. You already saw the female Calico, which I may put in the auction. I'm not 100% sure just yet. All right, Kentuckiana, have a good one. This is actually the female to go along with my Het Pied male. She is also Het Pied. Chill out. This guy is deep in shed, so I'm not gonna. That is a GHI male. It's almost time to upgrade this guy. We have another Yellowbelly male. This is actually from Aqua Balls. We got my female GHI. I will be keeping her. That's actually what I'm going for as well. And you notice that I did get some GHIs that are a little bit darker than some of them that you see. Interesting fact, this female GHI is actually the third snake that I bought. This here is a female firehead clown, and she is lovely. Yeah. So, firehead clown. Looks like we need to raise some temperatures. They're all hiding. This guy right here, I think would be awesome to add to GHI at some point. But he is a banana Mojave, 50% het for clown. Is it clown? Yeah. You can see some of his black spots coming in. I promise those are black spots and not mites. And it's interesting. Like I know that I know that because he's banana, he's going to get the spots, but every time I look at him and he has a new spot, I freak out. And I pull him out, I pull out the jeweler's loop, and I go through every single spot on his body to make sure that it's not a mite. Just because if you have them in your collection, and that's where it starts, it's hard to tell at the early stages of the mitehood if it's actually a mite or not. Come on, my baby girl. So this right here is Cuddles. She is a normal. She's a beautiful girl. I love Cuddles. She's very calm. I don't bring her out and hold her as often. She's actually going into the blue right now. So under normal circumstances, I wouldn't be holding her. But because the one thing I'm proud of is that I have never been bitten by any of my snakes. But Cuddles is a little sweetheart, and I loves her. An interesting fact, so the GHI was the third ball python that I bought. The Firefly was the second ball python that I bought, and Cuddles here was the first. So I will likely never get rid of Cuddles. These two are actually a pair. So we've got this one right here, which is a male Yellowbelly / gravel, 100% het for hypo. This is a ZTK snake. And then we've got this one here, which is the female to him. And she is a Enchi Yellowbelly / gravel, 100% het for hypo. And I'm pretty sure the hypo in question here is Orange Ghost, just because it's the most prevalent within the hobby. And the last one in this, we got to change your tub. We'll do that right now. So this one right here, what is she? She is a wonderful pastel leopard. Yes. We're hoping for some super gravels, or what is it? Some highways. I can't remember, because what is it? The Yellowbelly and the gravel together make a highway, make a freeway, make a something. I don't know. I have to remember the research on that. But we're hoping for some beautiful animals from those two anyway. You of course saw the Calico. Then we have, earlier you saw the female version of him. which is a fire 100% het for clown. You not hungry? I'm only going to leave that in there for a short period of time longer, but that's the Yellowbelly, of course. The Het Pied. And then this one here, along with this one here, is actually Ed's. He just has not yet come to get them. I'm going to hold on to him for a little while, kind of quarantine him up just a little bit. You know, outside of his collection and in mine. But this is a Mystic something or other, and this one is the male. But definitely some beautiful little animals. Oh, let go. Let go. Oh, hey. Let go. Oh my gosh. You got a tight grip. You got a tight grip, bud. And then what is in, and you can't see them anymore. What is in these 3 tubs are 3 Indonesian dwarf ground boas, which I've got 1 male and 2 females. One of the females is not mine. It is actually G-rated's. So I'm going to, in the auction, I'm going to sell my female, and then I'll do some babies that are kind of split between both myself and G-rated. That way I can get some females again. Yeah, and that's the entirety of my collection. Nothing super powerhouses. Yeah, no problem, Tim. Nothing super powerhouse anything, but I think it's a nice collection nonetheless, and you know, it's a good jumping off point for some pretty cool looking babies. I just need to figure out what to pair with what, and if I need to get anything new. I do have another female on the way, or at least she will be on the way come tomorrow, so she'll get here Tuesday. And she is she's a red stripe female, so that'll be fun. And I may end up buying a genetic stripe male to pair her with, but I'm not 100% on that just yet. Visual Pieds, nice. Yeah, I do have some Het Pied, mostly the Fire Het Pied, the NG Het Pied, or actually the Fire Het Clown. I've got the NG Het Pied. I've got it's a male. I've got a Het Pied male somewhere. I think he's in there. And then I've got the Het Pied female. So I do have a bunch of Het Pied stuff that I'm gonna look forward to proving out. I've got some Het Clown stuff that I'm looking forward to proving out, and you know, we'll just kind of see where we go and what we get. And really, I think we might have to talk. I want to see pictures.
So I'll put my email address in here again.
Press the button you must, and fulfill your destiny.
I have no clue who that was. They're from California. I'll put my email address. Whoa. Put my email address in here again, so you can email me some pictures. But let's go ahead. So we know we're going to put. We know we're going to put him in. We know we're going to put her in. We know we're going to put her in. We know we're going to put that in. We know we're going to put that in. Cool. When you get back, Mr. Timothy, let me know which one you are more interested in, the male calico or the female calico. That'll make my decision here a little bit more. All right, that marker's crap. So we'll go with this marker now. So 1.0. Het Pied. Orange Dream.
Your phone.
Hello? I definitely don't know who that is, but they sent me a text message of a Flixbus confirmation, which I have taken them once. I just don't know who they are. I'm not taking Flixbus right now. So what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? No, maybe. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I don't have any direct plans with him, so 6. All right, let me run out here and check it real quick. So he's a looker. I want him. He'll go perfect with my my red stripe female. So far I figured out on this. So I put I put the letter A on the tubs for all the snakes that I'm putting in the auction just to make it a little easier. So far I've got the normal female. I've got one of the albino females. I've got the Yellowbelly male. I've got what is that? The Spotnose Woma male. The Calico male. One of the Indonesian dwarf ground boas, which is a female. Now for the Calico, Timothy Watman, were you more interested in the male or the female? Or potentially interested? Absolutely. All right, well then we will do this. Female Calico is also going in the auction. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 snakes that are guaranteed to go into the auction, plus that pen, and I need to find the other pen as well that I will also put into the auction. What else? Here we go. This is a priceless. We're gonna do this. This I'm not serious about, but we're gonna do this as well. It is a priceless Target CW company hat for the Cabo trip that we recently went on. I'm not actually going to sell it, but it doesn't. I will also never wear it. Spider Calico, that's awesome. So I've been on here for an hour and 20 minutes. So for everybody that has stuck along this long, which is really just you, Timothy, thank you for your time. And again, I am putting up, how many was that? That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 snakes, the pen plus another pen, and anything else that I find along the way. I am putting up for auction. I urge everybody to get a hold of me or get a hold of Ed if you have anything that you want to put towards the auction. This is a charity auction. It is 100% to go towards DVL and the current issues that he and his family are going through. So with that, I am going to go ahead and close out this live, and we'll see you next time.